Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch was launched in 2023 from Zenith. This is the Defy Skyline Black Ceramic, a hugely scratch-resistant watch, putting ceramic to use where it can be best appreciated. These finely and intricately decorated integrated bracelet sports watches. In metal, they disfigure quickly. In ceramic, this beautiful intricate finish will endure. Although it is ceramic, it doesn't feel toy-like. A lot of ceramic watches do, but this is a beefy 135.72 grams, so it doesn't feel too light for luxury. 41 millimeters in diameter. You can see it's 12.4 millimeters thick from lug to lug, just the case. 46.3, add the first link on each side, and the distance across the wrist is 50.6. So my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see how it wears. It wears thin. It'll easily slide under a cuff, and it's got a quick release system that allows you to fit a secondary rubber strap to change the look a little bit. For formality or a formal attire, you probably want it on this bracelet. It'll easily slide under a cuff, and I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. It'll fit quite well. Taking a look at the bracelet, actually we can demonstrate how the push-button quick release system works, and I just cut my nails for your viewing pleasure, so I don't have a whole lot, yet I can easily operate the push-button system. The links are nicely done. You can see scalloping between them on the bottom so they won't pinch skin or pull hair. You'll also note just how many removable links we have here. Although bars necessity have to be used here, that necessity also opens the opportunity to make every single link removable. And so you have a lot of sizable range built into this bracelet. The folding element with the twin trigger release, this is actually made of metal, so that's black DLC, because you need metal components for those hard mechanical operations. And then you can see externally it says Zenith with the star logo. Taking a look at the case back, we can appreciate that we've got a Zenith El Primero. It's a non-chronograph El Primero, but you're looking, and you know you're looking at 3620. That's the reference. That's also the number in the watches reference. That's been the case on Zenith watches since at least the 1980s. Rotor automatic, 60-hour power reserve, traditionally 36,000 vibrations per hour, so 10 beats per second, 26 joules. It does feature both a quick set date and stop seconds. And a little note about stop seconds. You can see an interesting dial where we have a star pattern that has been debossed into, I believe that is called debossing, into the dial base. We have rhodium-plated steel hands, indices, and Zenith logo. Then we have a 10-second foudroyant, which is a flying or lightning seconds hand. It allows you to read individual seconds and the tenths within those seconds, but you've probably already deduced from simple observation, concluded may be the better word, that this watch has no conventional seconds hand, and that is true. It has a screw-down crown. It is 100 meters water resistant. We'll screw the crown out and demonstrate some of the features here. We got the quick set, so you can rapidly cycle the date if you wish to do so. And then you pull it out to the next stop, and you can stop that foudroyant. And in theory, set the watch to the second against a reference time. So that's easy enough to do. We'll do a quick loom shot, and there is no shortage. And that wild flying seconds hand just rolls along. Another feature this watch has, easy to see, probably easier to see on this than on the chronograph, is that we have an escapement made of silicon, and that the wheel itself has spokes in the shape of the Zenith star logo, which is a lovely little detail. This is not an artisanal movement. You can see it's industrial, it's nickel anthracite. It has a combination of blued and polished screws, and then it uses a combination of kiff shock protection, which is kind of a boutique alternative to Inca block, and then it uses the well-traveled and very useful, very precise Edicron system for fine-tuning of timing and beat error. You can also see the silicon escapement, which reduces mass, reduces the need for lubrication, and improves performance in, let me just snap that in, and improves performance in between services. Very simple system to use this buckle. You just stick it right back in, just like that. And if you want to pop out one side, you can do so easily. The finishing on the bracelet is lovely. You can see there's a bevel that runs down its shoulder. You can see that the intermediate links feature polished facets on their interfaces. So a lot of nice detail there. And of course, the Defy form factor dates back to the late 1960s. So if all of this feels like a hand-me-down from Hublot, you need to realize this is authentic Zenith history drawn from the pre-LVMH era. This form is native to the late 60s through 70s. This is the original Defy shape, and it is Zenith's own case shape. So there's nothing here that feels like a transplant from other LVMH watch group companies. A lovely watch proving that you don't need a chronograph to have fun with Zenith. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.